Morning, boys and girls. It's Monday. It's April 20th, and I would like to review very quickly Part A of the Density Gizmo I asked you to work on. Part A had a focus question asking how to mass and volume affect floating and sinking. So you had a little bit of fun messing around with massing out all of these different objects and finding the volume of those objects to help you answer that question, how to mass and volume affect floating and sinking. The important questions, after your investigation and you collected your data were questions 3 and 4 on the Gizmo activity. Question 3 asked you to look at your data and analyze it and ask yourself, does mass alone predict whether an object will sink or float? And does volume alone predict whether an object will sink or float? Now, I'm not going to tell you the answer to that question. Instead, I'd like you to watch my video to find out if you were correct. Click on the video, watch it, and see if you, in fact, had the correct answer. And more importantly than having the correct answer is really understanding the concept, or concepts rather. Do mass alone and volume alone predict whether an object will sink or float? After you watch the video, you are certainly welcome to scroll on to the next screen on the PDF that I will upload onto Google Classroom this morning. It really explains exactly what the video will explain. However, the video gives you visuals, and this will actually give you the answer in writing. Now, question number 4 was a conclusion question, again, asking you to look at data, alrighty? So in question 3, we looked at mass alone, and then we looked at volume alone. In question 4, you were asked to look at the 2 properties of matter, mass and volume, together to predict whether an object will sink or float. Again, I'd like you to watch my video review for the answer, and then ask yourself, hey, did I get that correct on the Gizmo activity, and do I really understand the concept? Scroll on down through the presentation this morning, and again, you'll be given some written understandings and written explanation of the concept, mass and volume together. Okay, now for today, you're going to go on to parts B and C in the Gizmo, and you're going to really investigate the property of density today. Now, density, as a review, is a property of matter that measures the amount of mass in a given volume. I'm going to ask you, or the Gizmo will ask you, to apply the formula for finding density, because density is really property of matter that we can find by taking the mass of the object and dividing it by the volume of the object. Really, that's just simply the definition at work. A property of matter that measures the amount of mass in a given volume. How much mass is in a given volume. So to solve for density, we're going to do a simple division and mathematical equation, mass divided by volume. You could always come back to this slide to help you as you work through the Gizmo. As I did in Part A, I have some nice little reminders and some helpful hints on your Gizmo paper. Please go back to the PDF file from last week. Go back, reopen, and work through parts B and C. And as always, boys and girls, I'm available from 11 to 11:30 today if you have any questions. Have fun.